Hi, my name is Kelly Reynolds, and this is the Heidi Rosen case. I found Heidi really interesting because she was able to succeed in a really highly male-dominated field right at an emerging time, so I think that was really fascinating. And when she started her career, two things shaped her career early on. The first was that she was able to beat out 60 applicants and get a job at Tandem as the editor. And also the second thing, that the CEO she developed a relationship with gave her a recommendation letter into Stanford Graduate School, were two things that Heidi, to me, solidified in Heidi what giving can do and what relationships and connections in your network can do, because those two incidences propelled her career and really moved her forward. And I think Heidi really began to understand how that could really shape her. And the one thing that I feel like really explains this in the Adam Grant article, How to Be Productively Generous, is that the proactively generous recognize that receiving is accepting help when you need it and maintaining a willingness to pay it back or forward. And that is something that she did throughout her entire career. And after she graduated and started at Teamaker, she began forging relationships even further because she needed to do a grassroots effort campaign to really beat out competitors that had a lot more money. So she lectured and she became the president of the SPA, and all during this time she really gave back to the industry by propelling it forward, being really vocal about it, and she just met so many new people during this time. And I think for her that really kind of solidified what relationships can do and the connections can do. And like Adam Rifkin stated, we can't always predict who can help us. And Heidi met every single person, and if she found them interesting, she invested her time in them, she listened to them, and she really understood the principle of liking. And I think that was really something that helped make her successful. One thing with Heidi, though, that I found was I feel like she's, quote, an otherish. This is a term coined by Adam Grant, and you can see Kenneth Lay here, who's a selfish person, Mother Teresa as a selfless person, and Heidi, who is what I would call an otherish, which Adam Grant identifies as someone who wants to benefit others but also has ambitious goals for advancing her own interests. And I really think that was Heidi. She gave because she loved it, but she also did it because she was also promoting Teamaker and and the various companies she worked for. And after she sold that company, going on to Apple, a really defining moment for her was when she was able to get a lot of her colleagues to stand behind Apple in a Wall Street Journal ad. And because of Heidi's influence and her power and the principle of reciprocity, that she had worked with all of these people over the years, they respected her, she was consistent with them, she followed through on her promises. Because of that relationship, they stood behind her and ultimately Apple in that ad and said, we're here and we're not going to abandon Apple. And that was a huge, huge power of her influence over these people. Ultimately, though, she lost kind of her core value of meeting new people, networking, and she burnt out and left Apple and became a venture capitalist. And as a venture capitalist, this was a really thriving time for her. She got to pick her own hours more. She got to work with people. She got to invest in them, give them her advice, really help to see them grow. And it really made her an elevating role model because she was really encouraging people in her network to also act like givers, when she would always respond to proposals regardless if she was going to do them or not, and give them advice and give them input. And these 5-minute favors that she did allowed her to further expand her network and give them and because she gave all these people her advice, one day those people are going to go, I remember Heidi. And it also allowed her to continue to do parties. Her parties were another networking tentacle of hers because she was able to bring people together in different groups and meld them and introduce them. And I think that was something that she really loved to do. She was a giving broker. And at SoftBank, it allowed her to take her mentor capitalist to another level because now she had money behind what she was investing into them. And so that gave her even more influence and even more power behind these companies because they were financially invested. And again, she never stopped responding to people and proposals. And I think that is, again, a testament to Heidi and what she believed in, and her giving nature, because she wanted people to hear what she had to say and the advice that she wanted to give. And I think that she wanted them to feel valued, and you never know when those people in those industries are going to grow. And because of her reputation, companies would come to her and SoftBank first. And so she had the first right of refusal of a lot of projects because of her reputation. And now she was able to pick and choose on things that other investment capitalist firms would never even see. And I think that's a huge advantage, and why she's also been so successful there, because of her network. And ultimately, though, because she was connecting businesses with the people they were investing with her, some connections for jobs, she became a little bit more of a matcher in this role, because it was a little more self-serving. And she was concerned about how she was going to continue her relationship building and her roles at SoftBank. And my advice to her would be to go back to some of her core roots and sit on panels, meet new people, join the SPA again, go to some different industry lectures and different ways you can cross-pollinate businesses and meet some new people. And I think that would really recharge her and help her feel better, because that's what she loves to do, is giving back to these people. And at the end of the day, Heidi just always wants to see people do well. She wants to give them her knowledge, and she wants to grow the industry. And I think that so far she's done a really good job of doing that. Thank you.